My practice is entirely in the advocacy realm. That consists of both litigation and alternative dispute resolution. Equally importantly, I think, is the fact that we practice in a boutique setting. And so it's a firm of about 20 lawyers, 21 lawyers, and we practice very closely together in a setting that doesn't give rise to many conflicts of interest, and therefore we get a lot of very interesting cases. I returned to British Columbia from Ontario, where I started my practice, and I didn't know too much about the area other than which firms seemed to be getting the most interesting work. And it was really by virtue of following the interesting work that had me arriving at a boutique practice. That said, having arrived there, I do appreciate the really entrepreneurial nature of the practice, and it's something that I really value quite a bit. I think, again, two things probably that I value most about my career right now. One would be the quality of the work. We get at our firm an amazing variety of cases and quite a good diet of it. The work seems to be coming in fast and furious. Secondly, the colleagues that I have and the opportunity to learn from our more senior lawyers, the opportunity to mentor, frankly, our younger lawyers is something that means a lot to me from a professional standpoint and the development of my own career. I would say a highlight of my career probably was the first time where I received a set of reasons from the court thanking me for the submissions that I had made. And that's satisfying for a number of reasons. One, because it made me feel that I knew I had presented my client's case in the best light possible, and I had made myself clear in circumstances that are often complex and difficult. The ability to have the court understand precisely what it is I'm saying, obviously it's satisfying to know that I've accomplished that. Secondly, it's important to know that I've actually helped the court in addition to my client, and that the result that the court reached was thanks in part to the assistance I was able to give my client. I think the best piece of advice I ever received was simply to get out there and do it, and really to have as many opportunities as possible on my feet, regardless of the forum, regardless of whether it's a court setting, alternative dispute resolution setting, an administrative tribunal, just to simply get out on the feet and get as much practice as possible. There are a number of, or there's a host of very talented lawyers around the country, and often I find the difference can be the amount of practice you've had on your feet and the level of comfort you've achieved in being able to make submissions on the fly. My pro bono practice consists largely of representation in the courts, and I would say probably there are three aspects of pro bono practice that appeal largely to me. The first is the fact that it's an opportunity that we as a profession, as lawyers, can give back to the community in partial payment, at least, for the privilege that we have of being licensed to practice law. The second important thing to me about pro bono practice is obviously being able to help the clients themselves. Generally, these are people who have encountered the legal system in circumstances where they are not willing participants, but have been dragged in. And obviously, the opportunity to provide assistance to these people is something that's very gratifying. And the third thing, of course, perhaps more personally, is that, again, it provides lawyers with a chance, and it's provided me, definitely, with a chance to get on my feet and get some real practical assistance. And at this stage in my career now, it enables me to have a platform really to mentor the younger associates in my firm as they take on pro bono files of their own.